Dear learners, I am R. Swarnalatha, Assistant Professor from the Department of Management Sciences at PhD College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. I welcome you to the session on Business Level Strategy. We will be looking into what is a business level strategy, how it is formulated, and what are the various approaches contributing to the formulation of business level strategy. We have earlier seen that strategy operates at different levels in an organization, namely corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy, and operational strategy. In this session, let's look into business strategy in detail. Business strategy deals with the planned decisions used by a business unit to compete in that industry. If the organization is a single company which operates within one industry, the business strategy and corporate strategy are the same. If the business firms have many number of strategic business units, corporate strategy will be the same for all units and business strategy will be unique and different for each strategic business unit. Selecting business strategic alternatives involves several tasks. Number one, determine the critical success factors in the particular business. So what is critical success factor? It is those unique characteristics of an organization which are essential for competitive advantage. For example, critical success factor of Walmart is everyday low pricing, and that of Apple is innovation in its products and services. The second task lies in identifying the organizational strengths and weakness. The third task is towards searching for an effective competitive advantage. Before moving to the fourth, let's see what is competitive advantage. Competitive advantage refers to the success factor that gives a superior edge and lead for the business firm in its performance over their competitor. Fourth task involves assessing the opportunities and threats in particular markets for particular products. Next task is evaluating the rival organization's competitive strategy. The penultimate task is matching the organizational strength with the business opportunities available in the market to improve the business performance. The last task involves selecting the best business strategy and implementing it with the support of organizational workforce. So, what are the approaches or models in the selection of business strategy? 5 different approaches are viewed to choose the best alternative business strategy by the firm. Number 1 is the contingency theory approach. Number 2 is the generic theory approach. Third one is the miles and snow adaptation model. Fourth one is product lifecycle model. And the fifth one is descriptive characteristics approach. Now, let's go into each approach in detail. Coming to the contingency approach. This approach to strategy formulation suggests that a best strategy exists for the given set of circumstances. This approach is mainly concerned with the grand strategies, including brand action strategies, manufacturing, marketing, and other functional strategies. This contingency approach is mostly used in profit-oriented business, and in the future it can also be used for forming strategies in non-profit business also. This approach indicates that there are alternative strategies for different situations. One element considered for formulating strategy according to contingency approach is product life cycle. Based on the demand for the product, and growth of the product in the market, strategies are formulated. The next situation can be to identify a strategy based on cash inflow position and cost advantages. Now coming to the second approach, it is the generic theory approach. The generic theory approach to strategy formulation is based on the fact that successful firms participate in similar identifiable patterns of behavior. According to Michael E. Porter, a Harvard Business School professor, there are 3 strategies that can be adopted at the business level, namely cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. These are called generic strategies because they can be used in a variety of situations across diverse industries at various stages of development. These industries can be manufacturing, service, or non-profit enterprises. So what are these 3 generic strategies? Coming to cost leadership. This strategy seeks to attain lower cost of production than the competitors by improving upon the efficiency of production, distribution, or other organizational systems. By cutting cost without sacrificing quality, managers can beat the competition and thus gain market share with higher profits. Because the costs are lower, a cost leader is able to charge lower prices than its competitors without compromising the profit potential. The cost advantage can be obtained with the following factors, namely high capacity utilization, economies of scale, technological advancements, and highly skilled and experienced workforce. The second generic strategy is differentiation. Differentiation helps a firm to differentiate its products or services from those of its competitors. When customers feel that the product or service is of good quality, unique, and has value, they are willing to pay extra for it. They identify a factor which differentiates the product from its competitor. This in turn leads to customer loyalty and sustaining profits in the market. Such differentiation can be created in a number of ways, such as high quality of the product, standardized process and systems, product innovation, and good image of the company. The third generic strategy is the focus strategy. Focus strategy involves special attention to a product or a narrow line of products or to the segment of the market that gives the company a competitive edge. The objective of focus is to serve the target market with products and services that meets their need and gives them satisfaction. The target market can be classified into dimensions such as geographics in terms of age, gender, education, religion, income, work experience, and so on. Psychographics in terms of attitude, fashion, trends, lifestyle, and so on. And the third dimension being geographic, which is in terms of local, regional, national, international, multinational, and global market. After the target market has been clearly identified, the focus strategy based on differentiation, namely differentiation focus or lowest cost, which is cost focus, is selected, and the customers in that segment are served to give them satisfaction. Now, what is differentiation focus? The differentiation approach to focus strategy is aimed at selecting a particular segment of the market. For example, Porsche sports car competes with other sports cars produced by Nissan, another company, and does not compete in the entire car market. This can help Porsche to serve its small segment of customers with few products. It can develop new innovations faster than a large differentiator can. Now, what is cost focus? Business firms concentrate on production efficiency, waste reduction, timely schedule and delivery, optimum resource utilization, and so on to reduce the cost of production. For example, Walmart is able to offer price advantage to the customers through its efficient supply chain practices and reduced cost in operation. So the focus strategy leading to differentiation focus and cost focus can give the competitive edge to the company and make it unique in the market. Having seen the Porter's generic theory approach, let's move to the third approach, namely Miles and Snow's adaptation model. This approach believes that business organizations should relate their business strategies to their environment and should meet the challenges of risk and uncertainty in the external environment through adaptation. The four such business level strategies suggested in this model are defender, prospector, analyzer, and reactor strategy. So what is a defender strategy? In a defender strategy, the business firm concentrates on its existing line of business and its market share through aggressively practicing efficient internal operations rather than focusing on external environment. For example, SPIC focuses on agricultural fertilizers and machinery. It involves in improving its business performance and maintains its competitive edge in agricultural machinery industry. Next is prospector strategy. A prospector seeks and exploits new product and new market opportunities. The firm following this strategy is very receptive to changes in external business environment and is prepared to take risk in its business. A prospector innovates new products and services, responding to the changing needs of customer and maintains the competitive edge. Example, Apple's iProducts. They have very many number of innovative products and features having a competitive advantage. Coming to the next strategy is analyzer strategy. It is a combination of defender and prospector strategies. The business firm maintains the firm base of existing products and customers while selectively responding to opportunities for innovation and change. An analyzer analyzes the new business ideas thoroughly and usually follows the direction that prospectors pioneer by imitating their successful ideas. They do not take unnecessary and high risk. The organization following this strategy remains flexible to respond to environmental changes and also maintains stability to profit from a stable environment. The last strategy in Miles and Snow approach is the reactor strategy. This strategy is not proactive in nature, and organizations pursuing this strategy are primarily responding to competitive pressures in order to survive. They lack a set of consistent mechanisms for adaptation and only respond to environmental changes in hazy manner. Reactors are not able to respond to these environmental changes fast enough due to lack of resources or capabilities or inability to exploit their available resources and capabilities. A reactor usually has a very poor strategic direction. So, the four strategies advocated in Miles and Snow adaptation approach are defender, prospector, analyzer, and reactor strategies. Coming to the next approach, it is product lifecycle model. This model provides a direction for the managers to formulate the strategy over the time of the product life. We know that any product has to undergo 4 stages in its life cycle, namely introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. When a product is developed and introduced into the market, the customers get to know and use the product. If they are satisfied, they buy it next time and refer it to their friends. If they are not satisfied, they stop buying the product and switch over to another product. So once the customer starts buying the product, it takes up a rapid growth. The product sales get maximum to reach the maturity stage. Once next version of the product or an innovative product enters the market, the existing product loses its market and starts declining. Product lifecycle approach advocates that different business strategies should be adopted to support product sales in different stages of their life cycle. At introductory stage, we follow two strategies, namely skimming strategy and penetration strategy. Skimming strategy is entering the market with high price and intense promotion. Penetration strategy is entering the market with low price. Next, at growth stage, we concentrate on improving the quality, focus on entering new markets, resort to intensive promotion techniques, and offer reduction in the price of the product. At the maturity stage, we focus on untapped market segments, reintroducing the product with improved quality, new features and new style, improving the efficiency of production or marketing to reduce the cost. Now coming to the declining stage, we focus on developing alternative products with growth potential, or we go for divesting the unit. Now coming to other generic strategies, Hammermish et al. Has suggested the following guidelines for organizations who are competing in stagnant industries. They identify and exploit growth segments in the given industry. They improvise product quality. They improvise efficiency of production and distribution, intensify research and development efforts to bring out new products, and finally develop in incremental steps. Philip Kotler suggests the following strategies for firms that are dominant in the given industry. Retain the existing position and market share. Practice innovation to bring out new variants of the product which keeps the firm ahead of its competitor. And this is what we mean by fortification strategy. Having looked into product lifecycle approach, we'll now move on to the last fifth approach. It is descriptive characteristics approach to strategy formulation. This approach emphasizes that all business strategies are meant to improve the business environment for its success. According to Peters and Waterman, those successful factors that contribute to the growth and performance of a business firm are called characteristics of excellence. They have identified 8 characteristics instrumental for the success of the business firm. The first feature is a bias for action. Successful business firms have strong orientation towards taking intelligent decisions at right time. They face the problems boldly and yield solutions for the same at the correct time. Second feature is closeness to customer. Successful business firms deliver quality products and services to customers at the right time and at the right price, adding value to their money and driving satisfaction in their minds. The third feature is autonomy and entrepreneurship. Successful business firms encourage innovation and creativity among its workforce. They bring about new products and services that satisfy their customers. The fourth feature is productivity through people. Excellent business firms treat their people with diligent care, respect, and concern. The employees enjoy autonomy and feel pride in doing their work. The bonded culture and attitude of the employees improve the work productivity and overall performance of the firm, leading to excellence. The fifth feature is value-driven culture. Employees understand the company, their vision, mission, values, and philosophy. They work as a team and understand their responsibility. Value-driven culture reinforces discipline and morale among the workforce. Sixth feature is bonding to their business. Excellent business firms remain glued to their business and focus on their domain business. They do not get involved in any business that they are not familiar with. The seventh successful feature is the lean organizational structure. Proven business firms have lean organizational structure with few managerial experts to guide the employees. They ensure proper communication and direction to the workforce. The eighth successful feature is the balanced control exercised. Business firms give both autonomy and responsibility to the workforce for accomplishing their task. In turn, employees take accountability for their actions and work better. Hence, all these business strategies discussed above focus on improving the business performance and adding competitive advantage to the business firm. To recap, in this session, we have dealt in length about what is a business level strategy, how is it formulated, what are the various approaches contributing to the formulation of business level strategy. Hope you would have followed the concept. Thank you for your patient listening. See you in the next session. Goodbye.